Hi, everyone. I've gotten a couple of emails that have told me that you are having some trouble with the assignment for the Egyptian pyramids. So I went ahead and decided I would create a little walkthrough for you so that you can at least get the information that you need in order to complete the assignment. So I've already loaded the PBS page in Firefox, and I'm going to just kind of go to the different pages, let you know what's there, and pause so that you have time to pause the video and to read what's there so you can do the actual assignment. Now, something that I discovered when I was looking through the assignment myself and looking through the PBS website is there's a little button down here that says transcript, and it actually takes you page by page. You just can't see the pictures, but at least you can get some of the information by clicking that transcript slide or that transcript button. So I'm going to go ahead and pause for a second. You pause the video if you need more time, and then I will go ahead and launch the interactive. And this is where a bunch of you, I think, had some issues earlier. You do have to load Adobe Flash in order to make this work. And it takes a minute, and there it is. So we have 3 areas to explore. Well, 2 areas, actually. Pardon me. We have the Old Kingdom and the New Kingdom. So here you can kind of see the map. You can see the areas that we're looking at. And we'll start in Giza. And I'll give you a little bit of a look around. It's a pretty cool virtual tour. And then we'll go to the Khufu Pyramid. And again, you can get the information for all of these on that front page. I don't know if you saw when I scrolled, but there was that thing that said you're now standing on top of Khufu's pyramid. That's this. We can take a look around the city here. See the other pyramids. See what apparently looks like a piece of equipment from the videographer. Now we'll go inside the pyramid, and you can take a look and read that. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to. Actually, that's the one we were just in. Sorry about that. That's a picture just kind of showing you what the chambers looked like. And then the Khufu boat. So that's pretty cool as well. Kind of makes you wonder a little bit if this is not where the Noah's Ark story came from or something like that. Pretty cool. So then we'll move into the New Kingdom. Actually, you know what? I think I want to go back to the Old Kingdom because we didn't go everywhere. Sorry about this. Okay, so we did the Khufu boat. we'll go into Khafre's pyramid. You can take a look at that. Pause the video if you need to. I actually have a friend who visited the pyramids of Giza last year, and he really kind of said it's a day trip. Obviously, he was over in Egypt and Africa doing other things, but you can get a feel for some of the other pyramids there as well. I think that's where we just were. We looked at the Khafre pyramid. No, we didn't see this one. I'll show you the cross section on that one. And then aside from the pyramids, what Giza is definitely known for is the Sphinx. We can take a little tour of that. You can pause the video to take a look at this. Interestingly, all of the pyramids and the Sphinx were covered with limestone that has eroded over the years. And it looks like the Sphinx, they've attempted to do some restoration on. A little bit of a view of this thing. And you can see the close proximity, or the seeming close proximity, to the pyramids. It's pretty cool. And then we'll go over to the Giza Plateau, where you can see an overview of the pyramids. I don't think we can move around here, but we can move here. A little bit of information about the converging pyramids if you want to stop the video and take a look at that. And then, of course, you have the main pyramids here. A little bit of an opportunity to move around and get some different views. They're not perfectly lined up. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Not stopping the video now. All right. And then we can move over now into the New Kingdom and the Luxor overview. And take a look at the Valley of the Kings. This is where King Tut's tomb is. Nope, just did that. Mortuary temple. Take a look at some of the information on all of these. We'll do the pictures first. The Valley of the Queens. Now that's kind of interesting. To preserve the wall paintings, visitors are allowed only 10 minutes inside the tomb. That's kind of interesting. That area gets flooded by the Nile, but the area that's dirt does not. Ah, the settlement where the artists and craftsmen who worked in the tombs and temples lived. It's interesting that some of that remains. Ramses the Third mortuary temple. Ramses the Third is one that you probably should have learned about somewhere in middle or high school. We'll look at the other two things here. The tomb of Ramos first. Look for a gaping hole behind a broken column. This leads to a dark passage that angles steeply down a series of dusty staircases to an unfinished burial chamber. Interesting thing about these pyramids is they were started before the pharaoh died, long before the pharaoh died in most cases. And so you have that's kind of neat. Um, you have they used to do this with the popes during the Renaissance also. So you have people working on your death chamber while you're still alive and doing things. I think that's always kind of interesting. Um, that's a pretty neat wall painting there. Looks like it goes pretty much all the way down the wall. It's pretty cool. All right, let's look at the other tomb here. And you can pause the video um, to read all of this. And that's kind of cool. Get a look at some of these paintings. The Egyptians did a lot of wall paintings that were somewhat symbolic, but they also did a lot of wall paintings that were everyday life kind of scenes. And you should have seen in the book with some of their sculptures. Also, they did sculptures that were very realistic. They had sculptures of overweight people. These paintings predominantly look, skinny, normal size people, but they did quite a bit of sculpture that was more true to life. And I'm looking at this right now, and I'm looking right here, and I'm looking here. I assume you can see my pointer. It almost looks like a wallpaper. Like there's repetitions. It's the same guy there, maybe the same guy there. It's kind of interesting. Like they really were just trying to decorate their home or their temple or their tomb. Um, we'll take a look at the Colossus of Memnon. You can pause the video to see some information about this statue. Um, that's not moving a lot, but maybe we can get part of the way around and see what's going on with this guy. It looked like there might be something of equal size next to him. I'm trying to go back and see what that, yeah, there's something else there, but they're not talking about that. And then we can look at the Karnak temple. You can pause the video to go ahead and read that. This seems very different from some of the other things that we've looked at already. There's Ramses II. near the palm tree right here. You notice they have most like guards over here. And then there's a picture of the modern city of Luxor. And then we get a view of the Nile here. And then the last thing that we'll look at will be the head of Ramses II and the pylon. So, I should probably put that information back up for you. Sorry about that. You can pause the video and give this a read. Interesting how they put so much detail into parts of the sculpture, and then this is like the back, but that one side didn't look very detailed. This one looks like it has more of a pattern to it, but that could very well be just striations in the limestone that have happened over time. And then the last thing we'll look at is the pylon. You can go ahead and pause the video to take a look at this. I'll move around a little bit here. These hieroglyphics that you see were partly propaganda in many ways on the pylon. They were believed to be sometimes history, sometimes stories, but mostly a lot of propaganda and advertising, so to speak, but a lot of political messaging has been found in some of these hieroglyphics. So that is a walkthrough of things. Of course, you're going to probably want to pause the video a few times and take some more time. Take a look at the transcript. That will probably help you as well. And if you have any other issues with the assignment, please, by all means, let me know.